wars and conflicts as well. The lust for resources and wealth are almost always behind them. How many interests are behind war? And certainly one of these is the arms trade. This trade is a scandal that we must never surrender to. Today, Jesus teaches us that at the heart of all this are not only some who are powerful or certain economic systems. At the center is covetousness that is in everyone's heart. And so let us try to ask ourselves, where am I at with my detachment from possessions, from wealth? Do I complain about what I lack? Or do I know how to be content with what I have? In the name of money or opportunity, am I tempted to sacrifice relationships and time for others? And again, does it happen that I sacrifice legality and honesty on the altar of covetousness? I said altar, the altar of covetousness. Now, why did I say altar? Because material goods, money, riches can become a cult, a true and proper idolatry. And this is why Jesus warns us with strong words. He says that you cannot serve two masters. And let's be careful. He does not say God and the devil, no. Or even the good and the bad, no. But he says God and wealth. We would expect that he says you can't serve two masters, God and the devil. No. God and wealth. That wealth be at our service, yes. To serve wealth, no. That is idolatry, that is an offense to God. And so, we might think that no one should desire to get rich. Certainly you can. Rather, it's right to want it. It is beautiful to become rich, but rich according to God. God is the richest of anyone. He is rich in compassion, in mercy. His riches do not impoverish anyone, do not create quarrels and divisions. It is a richness that knows how to give, to distribute, to share. Brothers and sisters, accumulating material goods is not enough to live well. For Jesus says again that life does not consist in what one possesses. It depends instead on good relationships with God, with others, and even with those who have less. So, let us ask ourselves, for myself, how do I want to get rich? According to God? Do I want to get rich according to God or according to my covetousness? And returning to the topic of inheritance, what legacy do I want to leave? Money in the bank, material things, or happy people around me, good works that are not forgotten, people that I have helped to grow and mature. May Our Lady help us understand what the true goods of life are, the ones that last forever.
Angelus Domini nunciavit Mariae.
Et concedit Spiritu Sancto.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitris.
Ut digni efficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Grazie a Tua, in questo Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, ut che Angelo annunziante, Christi Fili Tui, incarnazione coniovimus, per passione meius et crucem, a resurrezione gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defunctis requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua luceat eis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen. Cari fratelli e
Dear
sorelle,
brothers and sisters,
ieri mattina sono rientrato
yesterday
a Roma
morning I
dopo il
came back
viaggio
to
di
Rome
6 giorni
after
in Canada.
a 6-day trip to Canada.
Intenzione di parlarne
I had the
nell'udienza
intention of
generale del
speaking
mercoledì
about it in
prossimo,
the
ma ora
general
desidero
audience of Wednesday,
ringraziare
but
tutti coloro
right now I'd
che
like
hanno
to
reso
thank all of
possibile
those who
questo
made this
pellegrinaggio
penitential
a
pilgrimage
partire
possible,
dalle autorità
beginning with
civili,
the civil
dai capi
authorities,
delle popolazioni
the
indigene e dai
chiefs of the
vescovi
indigenous
canadesi.
peoples, and the
Ringrazio di cuore
Canadian
quanto
bishops.
mi
I
hanno
heartfully
accompagnato
thank
con
all
la
those who
loro
accompanied
preghiera.
me with their prayers.
Grazie a tutti.
Thank you to everyone.
Anche durante il viaggio
During the journey as well, I never stopped praying for the Ukrainian
aggredito e
people,
martoriato, chiedendo a Dio di
asking
liberarlo dal
God to
flagello
free
della
them
guerra.
from the scourge of
Se si
war,
guardasse la realtà oggettivamente, considerando i
that
danni che ogni giorno di guerra porta
if we
a
could
quella
objectively
popolazione,
see the harm
ma
that's
anche
being
al
done
mondo
daily by
intero,
this population, but
l'unica
also
cosa
around the world,
ragionevole da
the
fare
only reasonable
sarebbe
thing to do
fermarsi
would
e
be to
negoziare
stop and
la saggezza
negotiate.
ispiri passi concreti di pace.
That speeches might turn to peace. I'd like to greet all of you from Roman and pilgrims, especially the Daughters of Mary, Help of Christians, especially those making the first profession, and a group of Catholic Action of Barletta, the young people from the Diocese of Verona, the young people from a group. There they are. Another group who they've been taking a walk on the feast of Saint Ignatius of Loyola. I greet my fellow Jesuits. Continue to walk, zealously walk, joyously walk in the service of the Lord. Be courageous. And I wish all of you a blessed Sunday. Please do not forget to pray for me. Enjoy your meal, and we'll see each other again. Arrivederci. The final words of our Holy Father on this 18th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And here we now bring to an end this live broadcast of the recitation of the Noonday Angelus with Pope Francis from here in St. Peter's Square. I invite you to visit the Vatican News web portal, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts for coverage of today's Angelus and other Vatican and world news. We'll be back on Wednesday. As you heard, our Holy Father will recap his trip to Canada that begins around 9 o'clock in the morning, Rome time. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'd like to thank our audio technician, Mario Scaton, and our coordinator, Father Felipe Herrera, who've made this broadcast possible.